Salute does to our team and in this organization. So, you know, right now we're giving her a lot of energy, praying for her, and whatever is in store in the future for this team, I trust that we will find a way to make this moment mean something in the end. So, you know, obviously we're all very concerned and our hearts go out to Salute right now. But, you know, hopefully as a team we can use this to, you know, change the path.
Rebecca, do you feel, as one of the vets on the team, do you feel like you have more of a responsibility now?
I think we've all got a responsibility, you know. Yes, having some years in the league, yeah, puts a different kind of maybe leadership. I'm probably more of like an encourager from my leadership perspective. But at the same time, it's a moment where everyone needs to step up, especially with someone like Salute going out. That's where we want every individual to step up and do more and give more. And I felt today we didn't do that for her. We didn't do that for each other. So there's an element of disappointment.
Like, what did you see in terms of the offense? It felt like there was just a stagnation after kind of, even at the start before the injury. What did you see there?
Yeah, I just felt that they out-toughed us. They played a tougher style that we were put on the back of our heels to an extent, and we didn't do it back. We didn't punch back. I think that's something that we want to never feel again. Yes, we've got to feel it. We've all got disappointment, every one of us. But they just out-toughed us on the court today, and we didn't make that change individually, collectively.
Is this team still struggling to find its identity, and do you think that's contributing to some?
I mean, it's a tough question to ask that when our leading point guard goes down so early in the game. I feel like we've been really finding our identity. I think, playing Dallas, getting those 2 wins were great. And we're trying to find our flow. And then when one of your key pieces goes down so early in a game, it's hard to adjust and regroup on the go. So not to shut that question down immediately, it's just a tough one to answer when your leading point guard, your veteran point guard goes down. A lot as well, and trying to read that, even with maybe the threes not dropping. I don't know how many fully open ones we had.
More players?
Haley, there was a lot of attacking the rim for you, especially in that second half, knowing that you're going to have to step up a little bit more depending on how long the quarter is going. How important do you think it's going to be to make sure that you keep attacking the hoop and getting opportunities at the line?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's going to be a huge piece of my role on the team, not just to get to the line or to shoot, but, when I can get downhill and get in the paint, I can create for my teammates. So just, watching film and learning as much as I can to, get better at getting to the paint efficiently and, more aggressively and helping the team out better in that aspect. But I think that's a huge part of my role moving forward.
Last couple. Once. Awesome. Thanks, players.
Thanks.
Thank you.
We'll open up for Coach. Please raise your hand if you have questions. So Julia Poe, front row, then go Jason.
Tyler, just starting with what updates have you heard about?
Still assessing that. Don't have a clear understanding of what the entirety of it is, but should have some more information soon.
Go to Jason.
Tyler, is your initial concern about an ACL?
Still assessing. I'm not sure, so we'll have more information soon.
Maggie, front row on your left.
How has your job changed now that you're not going to have somebody like a veteran point guard like Salute?
Yeah, well, I don't want to put those assumptions on her yet without knowing the full details, but I think that we all got to step up and be better, and it starts with me. And so, I don't absolve myself from that responsibility. I got to be better for our players, and for the time being, it's we got to focus all of our energy on New York and being in the best possible position to go and try to win that one. So it's about learning from these types of games and not letting it again define us moving forward. This is a little setback today, but we got to continue to push forward.
We'll go Carly, then Blake.
Just what you finally were able to see, expanded minutes out of Haley today. Obviously she's coming into a position that she hasn't been in and played a lot, throughout the season. But what were your initial thoughts of what she gave today as a
Yeah, I thought she was solid. Still got to watch the tape. There's obviously some areas of improvement that we can work on, but I thought that she was put in a tough position to have to not just steer the ship, but she had to provide some extremely valuable minutes in a tough situation. And so I thought she handled it as well as she could. I think that we'll continue to watch film, and she'll be able to learn from her experiences and things of that nature, and we'll put her in better positions to be effective. But I thought she handled the pressure well for the most part, and we just got to do a better job all around of handling it as a team.
We'll go Blake, right side of the room.
Hey, Coach. WR, man. Obviously, a tough shooting night. What did you see from the fever on defense that made it so difficult to score on your guys' end?
Yeah, their guards made it extremely tough for our guards to facilitate, to move freely. They made it tough for us to get it into the post freely as well. So they just made it difficult for us tonight. The pressure really took us out of our offense and the freedom that we want to move with. And so that was kind of the crux of everything.
Go Ben left.
How does tonight just compare with how you feel right now to after opening night against Indiana?
I think more of the concern tonight is our hearts are with Slew. I think that when she went down, it kind of took the energy out the building a little bit on our side, and it was tough for us to regroup from that. We're not using that as an excuse, but it's how we felt. It's how our team felt, and so trying to bounce back from that was tough, especially from a highly energetic and physical Indiana team that was motivated to come in here and get a win. And so, again, we just got to continue to push forward, and I know Slew would want us to do that as well. So
we'll go back to Jason and Julia.
Tyler, you're trying to implement a new system. You've got a new roster that's just been put together. What has Courtney meant to you trying to get that going? And then how do you move forward without such an essential piece?
Yeah, I mean, she's our engine, and so she's she's our captain, our leader out there. So obviously it's a huge blow. But hopefully, it's not as serious as we may think. And so, we're hoping that she is able to bounce back. But for the time being, we all got to pick her up. We all got to lift her up. We all got to lift each other up. And like Beck mentioned, we got to all do a little bit more and pitch in wherever we can. So, no one's feeling sorry for us in the situation that we're in. We got to battle back and stick together and fight through.
Back to Julia, front row on your left.
Beck talked about just feeling like there wasn't that element of toughness, specifically on the defensive side of the court. Where do you feel like that fell apart? Because obviously Courtney's so important to the offense, but defensively maybe is not as central of a piece. What do you feel like was not clicking there?
Yeah, I think it was more so just the you lose a little bit of energy at times when you go through something like that, but then also shots aren't falling, and so that kind of takes a little bit out of you as well. And we talk all the time about not letting one side of the floor affect the other. And so I think today it did a little bit. And most of the times that your offense is affected by your defense, I think tonight it was the reverse. And so, but again, it's not anything that our players didn't recognize or don't understand. It's something that we got to continue to battle back and fight through and stick together through it. So
we'll go Zachary, back of the room.
Hey, Coach, Angel had another good game on the boards, 12 rebounds, which scored 2 baskets. When you look back at this game, what would be your message to her in terms of being able to take advantage of more opportunities to score?
No, I think we struggled as a team. I don't think Angel struggled tonight. I think we struggled as a team, and so we got to be. It's not Angel being better for us; it's us being better for Angel and everyone else around. And so, it made it tough for anybody to get a rhythm tonight. And so, one thing you don't have to question with Angel is her effort and her energy. And so tonight, I thought she gave us what she could, and she was effective on the glass and gave what she could defensively as well. And so we got to be better across the board, and that's kind of the bottom line.
Last few, go Hope, second row on your left.
Coach, what does the lack of Sloot as a facilitator tonight reveal about the work the rest of the team needs to be doing with regard to opening up lanes and making assists?
I think it was less about her facilitation and more about her organization. I think that's really where it kind of stemmed from. It looked at times that we were unable to kind of just get into a consistent rhythm. It's one thing if we're just making and missing shots. Tonight we couldn't get the looks that we wanted to generate, and so I think that's kind of where it is, more so the organization side of it.
We'll go to Andrew on your left, and then Brendan.
Tyler, just how did it feel, once the game started, just being in this arena and in this environment in Chicago?
Yeah, it felt great. I think once the game starts, all the noise kind of drowns out on my end, no matter where we are. But I think just in general, the atmosphere was great. The fans got to see an important game for history. I think for us, we had two different sides of this, two different perspectives seeing it. I think that we're grateful for being a part of this experience. At the same time, we're not satisfied with the outcome. So, we appreciate the moment, but we're looking forward to getting back after it and kind of redeeming what we had tonight.
Last couple will go Brendan, back row on your left.
Coach, a couple days ago, you said that you thought one of the reasons for the turnovers that played this team started here was getting comfortable in the offense. And then 19-9, obviously, with Courtney potentially out for a while, how do you think you need to make sure that the rest of the players who are going to step up, like Haley, can stay comfortable in maybe some more expanded roles?
Yeah, I think that I think tonight again it was a credit to Indiana's ability to take us out of that rhythm, and for us, I think we just got to be persistent and consistent on playing the style of basketball that we want to play, and so we can't have that waver from game to game. We got to generate some consistency there, and I think we will. But we've seen the blueprint of what it looks like when it's clicking. We just have to do it at on a consistent basis. So
We'll close out with Ben on your left.
Have you talked to Swoop post game?
I have not, not yet.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Tyler.
Thanks.
For your coach?